Now, as far as the scene out here around a federal district court and some of the folks who we have seen to come and support and criticize the former president, for that, our Rafael Sanchez Cruz is with us along Constitution Avenue. So, Rafa, take us through some of the folks that you have talked to, the things that they have said, and what you've seen unfold out here throughout the day.
Yeah, Adam, they had a lot to say. I actually want to show you right now what's going on. The crowd is definitely getting smaller. We're still seeing a little bit of that back and forth, those in favor of former President Donald Trump, those who are against him. We've seen this throughout the afternoon. There have been minor clashes, but really no big fights, and we've seen no types of arrests. But as you can hear right now, some people are shouting back to this guy who's been supporting former President Trump throughout the whole afternoon. They've been trying to drown each other out. And compared to the arraignments in Miami and New York, these crowds are much smaller. Still, some Trump supporters from across the country have shown up to the nation's capital to show their solidarity with the former president. I've spoken to over a dozen supporters on and off camera who argue that Donald Trump used free speech on January 6th and that his words never incited the mob that stormed the Capitol. Now, the people that I spoke to say they believe the legal woes that he's currently facing in New York, Florida, and now in the District of Columbia will only strengthen his bid for the 2024 campaign. Let's take a listen.
I like all the free advertising from this lunatic, Jack Smith. So it's worked out pretty good so far with the New York case, with what's going on here today. It's like, it's an attack on the First Amendment. Who would have thought that you'd get an indictment to come to court because you said, peacefully and patriotically let your voices be heard on January 6th.
So tonight, he'll probably inch above Biden in the polls. And then Ron DeSantis, he's what, 9%? Probably go down to 6.5%, 7% tonight. So enjoy the bump in the polls.
All you're doing is publicizing Trump so that when he becomes president again,
it's interesting to hear the conversation regarding the indictment and how in depth we're talking about it, but here they're still talking about the superficial issues like who won the 2020 election. Now, part of the people that have been out here have been those that have been supporting the J6 defendants that are now in DC jail, and we'll have more with them at 6 o'clock. Some of them are even DC locals who have been out there protesting for over a year now. I'm live in Northwest. Adam, back to you.